Hey, welcome to VBA In this video lesson, I'll show you how to switch from USD to British date formats. And I wrote some code. You can just copy and paste it from VBA or from my YouTube video description. And what it does is it just translates the date format from US to British date formats. US formats are month, then day, then year, but British formats are day, then month, then year. So as you can see, the first 12 rows are from December 1st to December 12th, and when I press play, it'll be January 12th, February 12th, March 12th, etc. And then same for all the other rows. So I'm just going to press play here, and as you can see, it's exactly what I said. It's January 12th, February 12th, etc., etc. I'm just going to press play a few times. It'll just switch back from British to USD formatting. See? And yeah, I'm going to walk through the code right now just so you could see exactly how this was accomplished. So this erow, this line of code, it just sets a variable erow, which is a integer data type variable. It sets it equal to the current sheet, and it's the first column, how many rows there are in the first column. And there are 36 rows, so it sets erow equal to 36. And then I'm just going to step through the code. It selects column B, and it fills in a formula. And the formula is, if this is a number, then it's true, otherwise make it false. I just did that just to make sure that it's in date format. And you just select and fill down that entire row, and then you just copy it and you paste it. I do that so I could actually work with the value of true or false instead of just the formula is number. I always do that whenever I input a formula and I want to go based off the value that the formula outputs instead of the formula itself, because when you're comparing, you want to make sure that you're working off the value and not off of the formula. And let's see, this right here, it just I like to do a delimit on any formulas or anything after I convert the data from a formula to a text data format, because it'll leave the a space in front of it, and you have to click in each cell and press enter to get to the next line. But in order to avoid the data not being formatted properly, I always like to put a delimit on it, so it just makes it all text file that we could actually compare off of. If you ever have a text file that's not working, I recommend just delimiting that column, and then you should be able to work off of it, because it places it in standard formatting and it removes line breaking spaces. So range C1, what that does is it just checks if it's false, then 1, otherwise make it 0. And I just copy and paste that so we can work with the value. What this does is it just fills in a B at the end of the date if C equals 0. That's just if the number happens to be a number, it'll just fill in the date anyway. Let's see, what this does is it searches for where the first forward slash appears within column A. And as you can see in range A1, the first forward slash is right after the 2. It is the third character in that string. The first character is 1, the second character is 2, and the third character is the first forward slash. So what the search formula does is it searches for the position in the characters of the first forward slash in column A1, and in range A1, and then the starting number where I wanted to start on the first character. So that just fills down that formula. As you can see over here, the first parentheses that appears after the first character is in the second character. So that's why this value differs than that value. Range E is kind of the same thing, except the starting position is 4, because we want to start at the starting position of 4, and because we don't want to get return the value of the first /, we want to get return the value of the second / in the date. And if we were to start at anything other than 4, we would, if we were to start like at like 1 or 2, then we would get the same answer we got in column D, but instead we got the second / in the date column. We need to get the position of that so we can determine how to move around the days and switch them with the months. So let's see. Right here, this do loop formula, do until y = 0 loop. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop from like top to bottom, and if like we just do a select case, which is basically just an if formula in VBA, and there are like multiple criteria. Like if it's a 3, if column D is a 3 and it's a 6, then do that. If it's 3 and a 5, then do this. If it's 2 and 4, then do this. If it's 2 and 5, then do this. Those are the only options. We got 3 5, 3 6, 2 4, 2 5, 2 4, 2 5. Those are the only possibilities. I like to use select cases when there are more than like 5 or so conditions that can possibly be met. So just gonna fill down. As you can see, it's just the opposite of what this is. So we got 1/12 2017 is the opposite of 12/1 2017. If you go to, let's see, 3 and 5, so it's 3 and 5. So what the formula is for this one is it concatenates the, and this is a mid formula. So we want to start with the fourth character, which is 3. The first character is 1, the second character is 2, the third character is the /, and the fourth character is the 3. So we start with 4, and we want 1 character. So it returns 3 for this, and then it concatenates the 3 with a / because we need a / after the month. And then it takes, for the next thing, it's left of here, and we want 2. So we want the first 2 characters, which is 1 and 2. So it's 3. So this right here is 3, and then we got /, and then we got 12, and then we got /, and then we got mid, and we want mid of here, and it's the 6th character we want to start with. So the first character is 1, the second character is 2, third character is /, fourth character is 3, fifth character is /. So the 6th character is the 2, and then we want from the 2, 4 characters going forward. So 2, 0, 1, 7. If, for example, the date format were only in year 17 instead of 2017, you would just do a 2 here instead of a 4. So that's how you get that kind of data set. If you're unsure of the mid formula, a mid formula is kind of exactly like a left formula. I feel like the left formula is easier to explain. So left formula is it's just whichever cell you're referencing, you select that as the first argument. Left is the text, and then the number of characters is how many characters you want to be a part of that left formula. If I were to select 3 here instead of 2, it would return 1, 2, and /. If I were to select left F3, 4, it would return 1, 2, /3. But we only want 2 characters in this situation because the starting position of the first parentheses is 3. So we know for a fact that the date format has a month that is greater than or equal to 10. So it's October, November, or December. So that the only possible chance that a forward slash would be in the third character is with months that are double digits. So we know for a fact that we need to return a left comma 2 instead of a left comma 1. And these scenarios down here where we have a 2 as a starting string, the left formula actually we only return 1 because we only want the first character, because months for January to September are only 1 character long, so we only need to return 1 character. And yeah, let me just go to, I guess, the next set of data. So here's like a 3-6. The 3-6 differs from the 3-5 in that the mid function, let's see, the mid function is we want to start with the fourth character still. It's still the 4th character because the starting position of the first forward slash is 3, so we always want to start with the 4th character. But in this scenario, we want to return 2 characters because we know for a fact that the second forward slash is in character 6. You see it's 1, 2, forward slash is the 3rd character, 1, 1 is the 4th and 5th character, and then the forward slash is the 6th character. Being that this forward slash isn't the 5th character, we know for a fact that the day in this date is double digits also. Being that the date is double digits, we want to return 2 characters instead of 1 character. In the prior formulas, we know the date was 1 character in the prior ones because this second forward slash was in the 5th position. So that's why this formula differs. And then we still return 2 characters because we know that the days are more than 2 characters. The month is more than 2 characters because the starting position of the first forward slash is 3. So we know for a fact we have a double digit month at the beginning. And then the mid formula is we want to start at the 7th character. The 7th character is the 2, 0, 1, 7. So we want to start at the 7th character and we want 4 characters. So we get the 2017. That's why that one differs. And then let's go to the 2-4. The 2-4 is the starting position for the first forward slash is 2, and the starting position for the second forward slash is character 4. So in this scenario, we want a mid formula, and we want to start with the 3rd character, which is 1 right here. And let me just go to, I guess, the next one, so I could just talk with different numbers instead of 1, 1. I want to talk with 1, 2, so you could see the difference a little bit better. Yeah, so the first forward slash is character 2, the second forward slash is character 4. So in this scenario, we want to return a mid of, we want to start with the 3rd character, which is the 2, and then we want 1 character, because we know for a fact that the first forward slash is at 2 and the second forward slash is at 4. So we only want what's in between those 2 forward slashes. We only want 1 character. And then concatenate, and then we got the left of here, and we only want 1 character. Being that the first forward slash is at character 2, obviously it's not a double digit month, so we only want 1 character. And then the mid of here, and we want to start at the 5th character because the second forward slash is at character space 4, so we want to start from then onward, and that is 4 characters long, 2017. So that's how you get that one. And let me go to the other one, which is 2-5. So here is 2-5, same kind of scenario. We got, being that the first forward slash starts at character 2, second forward slash starts at character 5, we want to start at the 3rd character, and we know we want 2 characters long because the second forward slash is at character 5, so obviously it's a double digit day, the 10, so we want to return the 10 forward slash, and then left of here is 1, being that the starting position of the first forward slash is 2. Obviously it's a month that is less than 10, So it's January to September, and then we want starting at 6th position, being that it's obviously a double-digit month, and the second / starts at character space 5. We want to start at character space 6 from then onward, and that's 2017. So that's basically like the logic for this entire formula. And yeah, you can just run it as many times as you want, and it will never be wrong as long as you got the date format in 2017. And yeah, that'll be a quick way to switch between the date formats. Thank you for watching my video. Take care. Have a good day. Visit VBAtutorialcode.com